guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale with my old friend Frank, aka Surgical Goblin, joining me to talk about balance changes finally added to the game. Surge, how you doing, man?
What's up, man? I'm doing good. Happy to be here. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited about these changes. There are a lot of them and they're big. And today what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the balance changes in this video, but we're going to go in depth on all the nerfs on your channel. So make sure you check out Surgical Goblin's channel and his video after this one. And we're going to talk about mainly the buffs and go in depth on the buffs on my channel. So want to get started, Surge?
Yeah, sounds good. So I will start with the first one, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's the bets. The bet count from 4 to 5. So right now you have 5 bets for 2 elixir.
What do you think, man?
I think it will be really interesting because right now, like the 4, I felt like it wasn't enough, but maybe like adding one more, maybe it will make a change. Like same with the skeletons, when they removed one or when they added one, it definitely does make a change. But of course, like I didn't test it yet, so I'm not sure. Like I can't really give my opinion, but I think it will change something at least.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, you were the only player in all of CCGS who even brought out bats for a test run, you know? And
Yeah.
I liked seeing that. But at the same time, I really don't think that they had any value in the game previously. Their usage rate must have been close to 0 because they can't even get to the tower to do any chip damage like goblins and similar cards for 2. So I was a big advocator for making it 5 bats instead of 4. So I'm really happy they did that.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I feel the same. Yeah.
Yeah, and also the next buff that we're going to be talking about is Ice Wizard. And if people are worried that bats might be too strong, well, there's news because Ice Wizard can now one-shot bats and skeletons. Yes. Now they
so
just
excited.
have to make. What's that?
I'm so excited about this buff
Me
because
too.
I think it will change the meta so much, and I really like the Ice Wizard.
Ice Wizard is going to be huge now, I believe. So Ice Wizard is a damage increase by 10%, which is pretty big. He only needed 7% to be able to one-shot skeletons and bats. So he gets a little bit even more than that. And his hit speed has been reduced to 1.7 seconds from 1.5. So a little bit of a give and take, but overall a pretty big buff to Ice Wizard because of those interactions that he has. So what do you think, Serge? Is Ice Wizard going to enter the meta? If so, what archetype do you think he'd be best served in?
I think it will definitely be part of the meta. I think it will be good in like control decks. I remember there used to be like minor control decks. There used to be Hawk Rider, like cycle decks with the Ice Wizard. And I actually already have a few decks like ready to test out after like they are live or when they are live right now. So it should be really interesting. I'm really excited for this card.
Yeah, that should be. It's definitely the card that I'm most excited for. Now he just needs a welcome to the arena video, and I'm totally happy. Okay, what's the next buff, Serge?
So the next one is the Dark Prince, which I think is really interesting, and it gets the damage buff, 6%, the hit speed to 1.4 seconds from 1.5 seconds. So what do you think about this one, Ash?
I have 3 words for you, Serge, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong here. 3 Musketeer nerf. I think this is a direct counter to 3 Musketeers. Obviously, it's a buff for Dark Prince, which is much needed as well. But now a charging Dark Prince can one-shot a Musketeer. And so he can basically take out 2 Musketeers in a lane if he's charging. I think that's a really so beating 2 Musketeers one-on-one is incredible value, and I think that it's a card that this might be enough with the hit speed decrease and the damage increase to make it actually viable in the meta for once, ever. I don't think it's ever been really super viable, even maybe the PPP days, PEKKA, Prince. But what say you on that, Serge?
Yeah, I agree with you, and I actually didn't know that if it would charge, that it would kill Musketeers right now. So I think that will be really interesting. Maybe even in control decks or something, you will see it, or in like heavy beatdowns, maybe behind the Golem, maybe behind the Giant. But I think it will be interesting. And as you said, like maybe this one is enough to get it like viable.
Yeah. I like that. I like this whole big buff to control because we know that the Clash Royale team has a philosophy of wanting offense over defense, but I think that might have gotten a little bit out of hand, and I think this will definitely be a big meta shift when you look at everything. It's even hard to predict what it's going to do, but I think it's going to do something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What's up next?
So next one is the Mortar, and the deploy time from 4 seconds to 3.5. So Siege is coming back.
Wow. We might as well just tell the next one too. The next one is also Xbow receiving the same buff. 4
Yeah.
seconds to 3.5 deploy time speed decrease, which is a pretty big buff to Siege, in my opinion. And I think that we could see. Here's the thing about Siege, it's always been this way in the game, is that the usage rates have never been high. They've always been low, like below 10%. But the people who do use Siege are generally really good with it. Like you look at Pompeo finishing #1 in the world and still pushing with with Siege at times.
Yeah.
So I think that this could be the only one that I'm a little bit iffy about. I love all the balance changes, but now I'm just like, wow, could we revert back to the meta way back like over a year
Yeah.
ago, where Siege was everywhere and the most hated thing ever? I think that we've done a lot of good publicity to Siege since then. I don't think they're as hated.
Yeah.
But man, could this be the change that gets more people interested in playing it, and then it's everywhere? What do you think?
To be honest, I hope so. I really hope that there will be at least 1 or 2 meta decks, like with the Mortar or Xbow, but maybe even both, because there used to be one deck with and the Xbow and the Mortar, like double Siege in one deck. And I'm
Yeah.
actually like quite a big fan of Siege. I used it like many times, like back in the days. So I definitely hope there will be like a really good deck with it, and I think it's good for the game as well.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm on the fence on this one. I can't make a hard call on it, but it will be. I think that the buff is okay, because I don't think it's incredibly extreme. It's a
Yeah.
half second, which definitely is a big difference maker. But I think like if it was 3 or 2.5 seconds, I'd be really worried.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like this buff will not break the game right now.
Yeah.
It will not be the new Night Witch, but it will definitely be interesting.
Exactly. And next we have the Mini P.E.K.K.A, who's seeing a damage increase of plus 4.6%. This is a pretty big buff because it changes a lot of interactions with the Mini P.E.K.K.A. What do you think about that, Serge?
So with the mini P.E.K.K.A buff and like the Night Witch being nerfed, etc., I think the Ice Wizard being buffed, you will get like different types of defense. You will get like Ice Wizard with mini P.E.K.K.A combinations, maybe to shut down like a giant or a golem or something. So I think it's interesting. And I'm not sure if this will affect like indirect Hawk Rider, because if many people will use mini P.E.K.K.A, you have like that one tell where you put it, the Hawk Rider will not even touch your tower. So I think it will be interesting to see if it like changes the meta and changes like the defenses.
Me too. I think that the Mini P.E.K.K.A, along with the Night Witch nerf that we'll mention in a bit, the Night Witch nerf, I think that it kind of brings back, it makes some space for Mini P.E.K.K.A inside the meta, and that damage increase now allows the Mini P.E.K.K.A to one-shot all 3 wizards, E-Wiz, regular wizard, and
Yep.
obviously Ice Wizard, and it also allows it to one-shot a Musketeer now. So that's like a real, when you look at it that way, it's a really big buff to Mini P.E.K.K.A.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
So those are all the buffs in this balance change update. There's also quite a few nerfs. Let's go ahead and run through them, and then we'll talk more about them on your channel. So make sure you check out that, guys. You want to get us started, Serge?
Yeah, sounds good. So the first nerf, the heal spell, from 3 seconds to 2.5.
And we have the Electro Wizard, an HP decrease of 2%.
Their graveyard from 10 seconds to 9 seconds, and it spawns 15 skeletons instead of 17.
Yep, the Battle Ram takes a little bit longer to begin charging, and the Barbarian spawns slower upon destruction.
And the last one, which everyone wanted, the Night Witch, damage minus 9%, range minus 11%, bed spawn speed to 7 instead of 6, and when it dies, it will only spawn 2 beds instead of 3.
That's a big nerf. But we'll talk
Yeah.
we'll talk more about all those nerfs and their impact on the game again on Surgical Goblin's YouTube channel. Serge, do you have any big takeaways from everything as a whole? We've talked about everything at this point because we recorded your end first. What do you think? I mean, there's a lot to take in here. Overall, do you think there's going to be a huge meta shift, or will it be more subtle, or what do you think?
I hope to see like a more skillful meta, I guess, like less rock paper scissors, and I think that will happen. I think you will see many different types of defenses. Like I think buildings will come back, like the Inferno Tower, because Night Witch served like as a defense in many decks. So I think you will see more buildings. Maybe that will also bring back lightning. And even with the heal spell, like it's not a big nerf, but I think like buffing siege, it will also bring back the usage, or it will like fireball, the usage of fireball will be higher. So I think you will see less True Musketeers in the next meta.
I like that. Always great to have your insight on the channel, Surge. I really like this format. Guys, let us know if you like this. Balance changes, how we kind of split up into 2 videos, but we still kind of covered everything in each video too. Give us feedback in the comments. And Surge, any final words?
No, I just want to thank you for having me on, and it's always nice to make videos with you.
Same to you, man. And congratulations on the huge success of your channel. You are blowing up, dude. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Good to see.
Thanks a lot.
All right, guys, that is going to do it. Huge shout out to my YouTube partner, Bren Chong. Check out his information in the description below. Thank you so much to Surgical for coming on. Thank you so much to you guys for watching. It means the world to me. And as always, take care, guys.